Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm sorry if I sound a little off. I go again with microphone issues or issues with my audio software on my desktop. I'm recording on my cell phone again, and let's talk about this. I was on Tubi flipping through some anime movies, see if there's any anime movies I missed out, and I came across this certain anime movie called First Squad, also known as First Squad: The Moment of Truth, which I presume was a Russian design, but they animate, but also with Japan's help, they end up animating this in Japanese cartoon form. So this is like a Russian slash Japan partnership type of thing. I don't know if this was based on a magma or is this original work from the Russian side of it, I guess. But this is interesting because I never seen an anime done like this style before. I've seen reenactments before, like in reality TV or live action movies or found footage, for example, but I never seen an anime done in anime form before. So this was type of interesting. And I mean, I went on reviews before I reviewed this movie myself. This is getting like a bad review mostly, or is this a fair review? For me, I'll give this a creative effort. I did like the story on it, even though the ending was very disappointed because it leaves you off on a cliffhanger, and it doesn't make sense because this was done in 2009. It's already 2024. So how come they ain't never did sequels to this? Which is interesting, right? But this movie is about the beginning of the early days of World War II, and the Nazis are going to use the supernatural, the paranormal, to help them fight the war against the Russians, for example. And, well, in this case, in Russia, of course, to raise this Black Knight and his army of the undead that were defeated in the war in Russia, drowned in ice, and the Nazis are going to bring them back to life to help them, like I said, in World War II to battle the Russians. And it's up to this young girl who was part of this paranormal group in Russia, but she was unconscious and lost her memory a little bit during an explosive attack. Once she found out who she is, that she was part of this paranormal team, but she was the only one that survived. So the Russian military had this device where she could go through the supernatural realm, like the realm of the undead, and she visited her dead friends who was part of that in the realm of the other side, and they're gonna help her out battle the Black Knight in the spiritual realm before they come out in the real world in spiritual form to attack the Russian soldiers. I thought the anime looked nice in this. I thought the story was simple. The thing that was unique about it was that they went with live action reenactment with Russian veteran soldiers of the World War II, historians, people that know about the story, and so it's kind of leaving you guessing, did this really happen? Um, yeah, it's a really interesting take on reenactment with anime combined. I say give this a chance. I feel like this is pretty interesting, and like I say, I saw this on Tubi TV. Speaking for me, I thought this was all right, a solid effort. It's just I was highly disappointed at the ending for a cliffhanger, which is kind of silly because if you're not gonna plan on doing a sequel, why end it with a cliffhanger? Especially if it's not based on a comic book. Only thing I know about it, they did a graphic novel on it, but I don't know if it was after this anime or maybe before this anime. I guess I'm not sure, but check it out if you want to. Anyway, over and out.